Welcome to the Cult Classic Horror Show. Every week, you can have the conversations you've always wanted to have about the films you love.
Shut up!
We're gonna get you, not another peep.
Get rid of your distractions and prepare yourself.
Then lock your door. 5, 6, gonna crucifix.
You got a big surprise coming to you. You're not going anywhere.
All right. Welcome everybody to the Cult Classic Horror Show. Danny Bonin here with you.
Scotty Bonin here with you.
We are
The Blood Brothers.
And
The Rob.
Wow, are we live? Are we really live?
yeah, we're on video. We're fucking on video.
Oh my God.
Here. Now we got
So everyone can see us on Facebook.
Drop it like it's hot.
Drop it like Rob's got the clown nose fucking penis head in his face with the mic there. I don't know what to call that thing. Rob's got like a red mic cover.
Yeah, it's just a fancier cover. It's fancier cover than this boring black one that we have.
I
think this might be the first time that people have seen us live with our microphone in our studio setup here. Because last time we were live was in Arizona.
That's true. Well, no, we were live last night.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, you're right, but not in the studio.
So yeah, you got if you guys haven't realized yet, we're going Facebook Live for this episode. Trying to up some viewership, spread the awareness of the PC. That's the podcast. And I had to clarify that because Scotty's here.
Yes.
And
yes.
So yeah, I know majority of you guys are listening on your headphones at work or some shit, but just know that we're live. And it's on Facebook if you want to check it out on our page, facebook.com/cultclassic horror.
And hopefully it's a better time for some of you guys coming in right now instead of a late night like last night.
Yeah, we did a little live.
It was fun though.
We did a live viewing of The Evil Dead last night and talked over it the whole time, and just to test out this Facebook Live thing, and it's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah. Got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, I think we might start doing some more of that. So, cool. Fucking
God.
I guess so. If you guys see me looking this way, I'm looking at some comments. Rob can see it easier, so he's just going to be the comment guy.
It's weird. The camera's right here, but I'm always looking over here.
Everything set up here.
Hey, we got Jonathan Brindle and Coe back. I hope I'm saying your name right, Coe. I hope it's right. And Stacy, aren't you in Australia? Isn't it like late there now? What the fuck you doing?
Wow. Yeah. Was Stacy with us last night?
Yeah.
Heck
all right.
Yeah.
I got Rob looking at comments. Let me know if there's something important, Rob. So you guys watching live, feel free to comment, but we're not going to be going super heavy on comments since the people listening to the podcast can't really see your comments. And we're going to go on with our show like normal. This is a chance for you to see the podcast so that hopefully you'll subscribe to us. So as you're listening to this, make sure you go over to iTunes and search for the Cult Classic Horror Show.
Jamie.
And you subscribe and rate and review us. That would help us out immensely.
Yes.
I do not know what's going on with the new Jason movie. I think they canned it.
Did they can it?
They canned the new Jason movie? What the fuck?
Is it the new Jason movie or is it the new Friday the 13th? Or is that all in the same?
That's the same thing.
Okay.
I mean, Jason and Friday the 13th.
Yeah, but it wasn't. Yeah. Okay. It was called the new Friday the 13th.
There's the new Halloween coming out still.
Okay.
Danny McBride writing. And I'm not sure who's directing. John Carpenter, right?
Yeah, it's a Carpenter thing.
Yeah. Fucking A.
Heck yeah. Carpenter's still living? He's still alive. Yeah, of course he is.
He's still getting checks. As long as the checks roll in, he'll still be alive.
As long as the check's clear, he's good.
Fucking checks.
And the check.
So let's talk about Hills Have Eyes.
What a movie to cover for our first live podcast. The Hills Have Eyes 3, a.k.a. Mind Ripper.
Now, a lot of do you have it up on Wikipedia, by the way? Okay, because they didn't have much on IMDb. This was actually written as it's called Mind Ripper, Wes Craven's Mind Ripper. It was written as a sequel to
Wes Craven masterpiece.
Of course.
Oh, yeah. Good old Cravey.
Not a dud whatsoever.
R.I.P., but I mean, Scream sucked.
It was this one was written as a sequel to Hills Have Eyes 2, but then was changed for the movie release as a standalone film, which I can see because this doesn't really, I mean, other than being in the desert and having I guess the dude eats brains, sort of, or the fluid inside the brains. Yeah. Other than that, it has nothing really to do with the Hills Have Eyes.
Nothing at all. I was like, what does this have to relate to the first two movies we just covered of the Hills Have Eyes? And pretty much what Danny said. They're in the desert and there's hills around.
That's about it. That's all you need, Rob. Yeah. That's all you would need if Tom Atkins and his mustache was in it.
Yeah.
But Tom Atkins, his mustache, some cyborgs would be good.
As long as TA's in it, we're good to go. But he wasn't in this one, so it was a letdown, kind of.
Yeah, so there were holes.
There's some holes.
I'm going to try a new little format because I think a lot of people that listen haven't maybe seen this movie or some of the movies we cover. Mm-hmm. So I wrote down sort of how the movie goes. We're just going to sort of talk through it and share our thoughts.
Since there's not a lot of facts about this one, I mean, there's some that we know. Just
I have an estimated budget at $8 million, but that sounds a little high.
Yeah, budget says $8 million here as well. That's estimated budget, but that seems high for the quality. The quality wasn't too bad, but
they spent all $8 million on that airplane, that little airplane.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know if I saw a theater release for this. I don't think there was, straight to DVD.
What was Craven doing in '95? Wasn't New Nightmare '94?
1995. Yeah.
So what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know what. I think obviously whoever was the director for this, didn't his brother have Jonathan Craven wrote this? I think he
I'm
helped out his
assuming that's
brother.
Wes Craven's brother, right?
Yeah, and I'm assuming he probably did it just as a favor for his brother to help him produce it or something. And it turned into a shit show. Probably
that could probably be the truth. So, fuck, I was just gonna say something about.
Wes Craven's New Nightmare was 94, and then Vampire in Brooklyn was after that, and then Mind Ripper, and then obviously it came in Scream after that.
Yeah, so there's no excuse for this because he had already made money from the first Elm Street.
Yeah,
there was no reason for this movie.
So Lance Henriksen is in this. So is Giovanni Ribisi.
Giovanni Ribisi's first movie.
I never realized, this is me just being ignorant, how much of a genre actor Lance Henriksen was.
Yeah.
Seriously. He's in tons of fucking horror movies that I never knew he was in. I did not know he was in Hellraiser Hellworld, even though I think he regrets a lot of these. Yeah.
Well, he said he was embarrassed.
He was embarrassed to have been in this one. That is what I
after the fact.
But yeah, he's in this one. You find him in Hellworld. You see him in. I mean, he's in tons.
The Terminator.
The Terminator. I mean, Aliens.
Aliens, of course. Yeah.
I mean, that's how I know him most is from Aliens. But it's just fucking crazy. So here we go. We're gonna delve into Mind Ripper.
Let's do it. Let's delve into it.
I want to know, maybe on the live feed, if you guys have actually ever even seen this fucking movie. Just say I've seen it on the comments because I never even barely knew this thing existed before we got into it.
It was hard for me to find it. Even Googling it, I'm like, dude, what do I Google? Hills of Eyes 3? And then, oh wait, there it is, Mind Ripper. Yeah,
it was on Amazon immediately, and they weren't charging to watch it.
Thankfully,
free.
That's the only place I found it. Amazon. Well, I mean, that's Netflix, HBO, Vudu that I have downloaded. But Amazon had it.
Brindle was commenting that New Nightmare bombed, and so Wes Craven had to get something out the door. That's true.
The coke habit that man had to have.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Although I will say that when New Nightmare came out, I went right to the theaters to see it, and I was so excited.
Yeah,
I thought it was okay.
New Nightmare was okay.
It was very inventive the way that they did it, a movie within a movie, basically, and the actors played themselves, and it was cool to see Robert Englund playing Robert Englund outside of the Freddy makeup, and then also see him in the same film be in the Freddy makeup. Mm-hmm. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, I agree with you too.
Dream within a dream within a dream.
Kind of fucked with your head.
Trying to rip off Bill
Phantasm.
Thornbury.
Yeah, exactly. Fucks with your head, man.
Thornbury already tried to sue for it. He only wanted to sue.
He sued for like a 92 Camaro and a case of Zima.
A case of Zima.
I was just going to say a pack of Marlboros and a denim jacket.
Yeah.
No, I want the jacket with the Marlboro patch on it. Don't try to screw me over here, Wesley.
I want the fucking patch. You said I could have the fucking patch, man. Hey, cool it, man.
Guys, come on, guys.
Get here.
Can't we all just get along, Bill?
Reggie Bannister, come in.
Can't we just get along, Bill?
Let's just play some music, guys.
I want the Marlboros and the patch. They said I could have the patch, the Zima patch on the denim jacket. Hey, man, we can go buy the Zima patch, man. It's no big deal.
Fuck you, Reg. Me and Pinheads are friends now. Our best friends. Get out of here.
All right.
Let's dive into this movie.
So we open on Mind Ripper. They find a dead body in the desert. And this body could have had something to do with Hills Have Eyes too. This is the one connection where they could have had it, where one of the dead bodies or nearly dead bodies, maybe it was Reaper, maybe it was Pluto laying there left over from Hills Have Eyes 2, and these guys are the ones that found him. That could be the one single connection.
But we never knew that or found that out.
I didn't see any dirt bikes, so I'm not sure if it's connected.
There was no reminiscent of dirt bikes or like a part or like
no
a crank.
Aggressive street skating or rollerblading or BMX riding.
No.
So I couldn't take it serious because we didn't have any of that.
Yeah, no, there was without extreme sports. Where are we?
There was no special skill. Like, isn't that what they did in Dream Warriors? It was like all these stupid I just remember the karate guy in the like karate world,
magician,
you know?
Yeah, the karate guy. Then you had
and
like
the comic book guy was in the comic world, and it's full of that cheesy ass fucking. You're in my world now, Freddy.
Yep.
Hey, I'm gonna roll these dice down and just summon this big fucking dragon. It's gonna eat you and it's gonna take all of your mana and XP points.
Yeah, Star Trek.
It's the best. I love Star Trek.
So these scientists come out, they find a dead body in the desert, and they pull it inside their mysterious desert bunker.
Which I must say, during all this, the very beginning credit music was pretty cool. It's kind of Shining-esque.
Actually, yeah, that was one of my notes. The soundtrack
music was cool.
The soundtrack's not bad. It had that wow that you find in The Shining, and you find it in Aliens,
and that kind of the high pitched. Yeah,
some decent music.
We just cued the soundboard there.
Yeah, cued the soundboard. We're on video. We can't fake it anymore.
Hands. I do it with my hands, and then all of a sudden it comes on like Alexa. Don't come on.
I'm just
Alexa,
keep looking over the comments.
That's right. She can't hear me.
Alexa's right over here.
Oh,
there she is.
She heard Scotty. Son of a bitch.
She might come on. Don't.
Play Huey Lewis in the news now.
No, she can't hear you. All right.
You're muted.
So they pull the body inside.
Just stuck in this box.
You're in the little laptop box.
Yeah, you're stuck, Rob. Can you see yourself on Facebook Live stuck in your box there?
I'm watching me stuck in my box, and there's like a 35-second lag.
Oh, there is. Here, maybe I should do this. Get you a little closer.
I'd rather be stuck
I
in
haven't seen it yet. Wait, am I there yet? What? Nope. Okay. See, I'm just on my. There we go. Now it just started to move. There we go. Yeah, I'm closer.
Really? There's that much of a lag?
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lag. It's a really crappy background. You couldn't even give me something. All I see is Alexa and some like waterfalls or.
No, dude, that's the generic. See, you tried to fool us by throwing an Apple sticker on the back of your Lenovo to think it was a Mac.
Yeah.
But the computer you're staring at is the generic screensaver for a Mac. So you would
it's
know
like
that.
the Mac wallpaper.
You're caught in your.
Mine's
you're
like
caught
a
in the act.
MacBook like LTD Pro. Like we don't even have generic background.
Why does it say Lenovo on it then?
Because that's the upgraded package.
Rob,
the Lenovo.
Just don't even. I remembered you were full of
Aaron
shit.
St. James. Have I missed any Bill Thornberry jokes?
Oh, you did.
You have.
You really did.
You
man.
have already missed
they
the
already
Bill
came and
Thornberry
went.
joke.
And Reggie and Pinhead, we already talked.
But
man.
we'll get to more of them.
It always comes
Rob, you can't fool me with the Mac because I tried to FaceTime you last night and realized that you couldn't do it from your computer because you're all ghetto as fuck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Couldn't work. Mac to Mac.
Anyways.
CCH needs to send me one of their Macs, seeing as how you just have them scattered around your
we
house.
Actually, right now, there's 3 Macs used right now in this podcast at the moment.
Yeah, see, you only need 2.
Well, Scotty's looking up facts on his. My wife's Mac is recording us for Facebook Live, and mine is recording us for podcast audio. So what the fuck do you want from me?
lack thereof, Vax, should I say?
Yeah,
I know. I'll tell you
But
what I want. I
anyways.
want some decals. That's what
Oh,
I
yeah.
want. I
I'll
want
send you the
stickers.
decals for your fucking murdered out Toyota Tundra.
That thing's pretty sick.
God,
You
just-
have to follow us on Snapchat.
just Plasty dip that.
CCH podcast, and you can see all of my truck pictures.
Basically, when you follow CCH on Snapchat, you're just following Rob on Snapchat.
And you're pretty lucky. You're pretty lucky to be involved in all
Yes,
the boring
you are.
shit that I do.
Okay, so let's keep going here. So they pull
We
this.
have to.
They pull
I
this
mean,
body in from the desert,
We have to.
and we have the scientists floating
y'all
around
remember
the
that
body.
episode we did that one time about a movie that didn't suck? It's been a while.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I liked Hills Have Eyes.
The first, it's been a while,
I'm
man.
sorry, but I like the original Hills Have Eyes.
The
I don't
first
give a
one
fuck what
was
you guys say.
the first one was good. I thought.
I thought it was fun.
It was a classic.
And
It's classic.
And you know
for
what?
sure.
This movie wasn't half bad. There was some fucking horrible acting in it,
Yeah,
but-
the dialogue was just horrendous.
but it
too.
was way better than Hills Have Eyes 2.
Yeah,
It was way better.
Yes.
Should we take that again? Should we take that again, Wes? Huh? What? No. Mm-mm.
No, it was good.
I'm
It wasn't
busy
even
right
Wes.
now. I'm imagining this thriller horror movie with that one girl from Friends and that other girl that gave
Friends?
Tom scare at the time of his life, Drew Barrymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
She's not in Friends.
yeah, that's what I'm doing.
this was directed by Joe Gayton.
Yeah, not Wes Craven.
so Joe Gayton was the one calling the shots
Same
on this.
difference. Same
Yeah.
difference. It's his fault.
So they pull the dead body in from the desert. They have floating scientist heads looking down. They're about to lose the guy. He's about to die. We don't know if it's Reaper. We don't know if it's Pluto. It's probably just some random fucking person.
Some random guy.
that relates in no way to Hills Have Eyes 2. And
Some random sexy guy with long hair.
it's like it's probably their bastardized child that they kicked out of the cannibal group for like something even they wouldn't do. I don't know what that would be. Maybe he I don't know. I don't know. He only ate pubic hair.
Yeah.
That's what it was. I'm sticking by it. So they
That'd
were
be a
there.
healthy
It sounds
diet.
a lot like the Halloween part 5, where they find Michael Myers abandoned, and that creepy old man, possible pedophile, nurses him back to health.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Of course,
Yep,
of
yep.
course.
He's
Yeah,
you
it
know
kinda
he
sounds
feeds
like
him his
somebody
pubic
needs
hair.
to write John Carpenter an email because he's missing royalties. On never mind. I don't think he's going to get out of bed for this one.
You know that while Michael Myers was passed out for wasn't it like a year because it was next Halloween already?
It was exactly a year.
He was
Yeah.
passed
It was
out.
like a
He
year
was
to
literally
the
passed
day.
out for a whole year in that guy's shack by
Yeah.
the river, and no one even knew about it.
But that was in the same movie. Like he was passed out for a year, and then
Yeah, it was a year later.
went through, and then the movie continued.
Yeah,
That was weird.
it's just the small details you had to go through when you set your movie on Halloween every time. So that you know that while Michael Myers was passed out for that year, he just did all kinds of shit to his nethers.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
we're talking like asshole play and limp penis massages and just the whole gamut.
He had to experiment for sure.
Oh, of
Like,
course,
whoa, what is this?
of course. Anyways, and then didn't Myers kill the guy?
Yeah, he killed him. After all
Right.
that, he took care of him and killed him.
You know, Rob, you know what that's reminiscent of? Zombie kept that in his Halloween by having Myers kill Danny Trejo.
Yep, he killed Trejo too.
So you see, there's a little homage there.
Ungrateful son of a gun. Jeez, bastard.
Jonathan Brindle, Halloween 5, no plot holes.
Yeah.
There are none. There are none.
Well, same with this movie. No plot holes with this movie either. Because the same thing happened.
Because
They
this movie
took-
does's have a plot. There's no holes to punch into it.
Brad says maybe
Rob
the
Zombie is not a visionary, Jonathan Brindle. It's a good way to get yourself blocked. I'm right here.
Don't worry, Jonathan. I'll delete Rob out of the group before. Brad says that maybe the body in the desert was a straggler from Wrong Turn.
Yeah.
That could be.
That could be. Yeah.
Wrong Turn 5. How many do they got now?
I think three. I don't know.
All I know is wrong turn 1 with Elijah Dusku.
Long turn. Oh yeah. Oh, the first one's the best.
Long Turn.
Long
Gotcha.
Wrong turn.
Long Turn. All right.
This is reminiscent too because Lance Henriksen and then the guy that plays Alex is taking care of him and stuff, and then he retaliates.
Can we get outside of the first 2 minutes of this movie?
Yeah.
I'm trying to talk through here, please. Okay, here we go.
Well, Rob's stuck in a box.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were we distracting you?
Yeah, you're distracting the listeners is what you're doing. They want to hear how this story happens because they sure as fuck aren't going to watch it. So we have to let them
might as
know.
well just tell them what we thought about it.
By the way,
it's way more interesting.
By the way, guys, this is a new format we're trying out where we talk through the movie sequentially so that if you haven't seen it, you also know the whole story. Let us know if you like it or not. Comment or let us know on Facebook.
Yes, please.
Because before we're just sort of all over the place. And if you haven't seen the movie recently, it's sort of hard to follow. So
nobody has seen this movie.
This one probably has not been viewed a lot.
It's free on Amazon Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime, just go watch it.
Mind Ripper.
It's not free because you'll never get that time back.
Yeah.
When you're laying on your deathbed, you will never get that hour 45 back.
That's all right. That's what cult classic horror is all about.
That's why we do it for you.
Losing your time to movies.
We lose it that time for you, so you don't have to watch it.
All right. So, anyways, this guy's about to die. They bring him in. We got scientist heads floating around. One of which is Lance Henriksen. The other of which is a babe from I forgot her name, but she is. I recognize her because she is in.
Kind of, but she's not Cameron Diaz.
I don't think.
It's Claire Stansfield as Joanne.
So, anyways, they debate about giving him this virus, this shot of a virus that will save his life, but is untested, so may do weird things to him. And he's not a guinea pig. She says he's not a guinea pig. But nay, says Lance Henriksen, nay, let's do it.
We shall do it anyway.
This will all be retold in 17th century English, by the way.
Yes.
Nay, yonder.
Nay, ye say.
Nay, thy woman.
Giveth him
Stick him with the shot. Please.
Give him thy syringe.
So they give him the shot. And then, of course, we cut to a punching bag scene so that we know that one of the guys is just fucking a rough and tough tumbler.
Which is the guy that plays Alex.
And this is Alex.
John Diehl.
Who did a fucking horrible acting job in this
he was
movie.
really bad.
But isn't he in tons of
He kind of looks like a Baldwin.
Well, he's in look him up on IMDb if you have it in front of you.
Yeah, I have it right here.
He was in a ton of a TV show. Wasn't he a lead in a TV show or something?
John Diehl, he was in Land of Plenty, Stripes, Nixon, Jurassic Park 3, and TV series Miami Vice and The Shield.
Yeah. So and I think he was one of the main guys, I thought.
Yeah.
Maybe as he got older, he got way better at acting because he sucked
they went back
dick.
and saw his awesome punching bag scene, and they were like, we need an on-the-edge bad guy, like this just awesome badass dude. And, I'm kind of thinking almost like that Denver detective from Hellraiser
from Hellraiser
5, just this on the edge magician who's got nothing to lose,
fucking doing coke and has his gun loaded at all times. Brad, we're talking about Mind Ripper. Sorry, we got off track there.
Yeah, I think John Diehl had more success in his later career.
Chat.
Brad, Mind Ripper. Got it. Wes Craven's Mind Ripper. Okay. Anyways, let's keep moving on here. Edgy as fuck guy hitting the punching bag. And then we have, what's her name, getting in the shower.
Joanne.
But she flips the camera off. They're in an underground compound that they've drugged this body into, which is, pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And that's where we're getting hints of the aliens and Shining music I already mentioned.
It's
like the wow. And I can't picture a place where it happens in Aliens, but that's exactly what it's from. No fucking joke.
It is.
I just think that tons of these movies use the same exact sound effects. I don't know if they all get them from a generic place or what. But
yeah, there must be like a hub where you get let's have that sound exactly like Alien, but just switch it up a little bit and then put it in this movie. Oh yeah, perfect.
So we see their daily life. They're in the mess hall eating. Yeah, the power goes out when they start the microwave. The crazy on edge fucking balding dude takes a bite out of an apple and there's critters inside of it.
Yep.
And he throws it and he's sick of this shit. I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah.
I'm owed 2 months back pay. Why don't you just leave? I've worked so hard, I'm not just going to leave.
Larry.
He just looks like he looks like
Kids from the Hall guy.
No, he looks like what the fuck, Rob? Amityville 2. What's the dad?
Burt Young.
Burt Young, yeah. He looks sort of like Burt Young.
Yeah,
like
Burt
if he
Young
wasn't if he wasn't there, he'd be at home beating his children and wife.
Father of the Year.
Bush.
Yeah. Oh, Bush Light.
Oh yeah, old Milwaukee.
Old Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Milwaukee's best.
He'd be drinking Bush and eating Bush and then beating wife.
Ugh. Yeah, he was not a happy man.
You got to lead by example when you're the patriarch, you know?
That's true. So you got wife beater in there freaking out, taking fucking bites out of critter-filled apples.
And then you got Rob, the kind of the nerdy video game guy with the thing on his eyes.
Yeah. So it's this ragtag crew bunched up inside this underground bunker, and with this guy they pulled in and gave him a shot. This is 6 months later, by the way. They're all just chilling in there and doing tests on this dude who has been unconscious for 6 months. Then we cut to Giovanni Ribisi rocking out in his bedroom.
Yes. So what song was that? It sounded familiar.
I'm wondering,
Like
what all these rock songs Giovanni Ribisi's listening to.
Old school Walkman.
So we come to find out that Lance Henriksen, I'm going to use their real names because I don't know the fucking, what is it? Jim and
Stockton.
Scott, his Giovanni Ribisi's character. We're back. We're at their house. Jim used to work at the facility, but he quit for unknown reasons. And he's trying to get his dysfunctional family to go on a camping trip while his daughter's being fucking pretty much hand molested by her boyfriend in a oversized long sleeve 2-button long t-shirt.
Which I think he might have been the worst actor in this movie. It was the guy that played Mark.
It was either him or Alex. The guy playing Alex.
I don't know. Adam Solomon played Mark, the boyfriend. He was really bad.
I don't know, man. But they got Giovanni Ribisi. His bedroom has like the shittiest cot bed you've ever seen.
Yeah.
How could you even sleep on that shit? That's punishment right there. That's why he hates his whole family in his life.
The way that the scenes are set up, even that scene when like Lance Henriksen comes in, knocks the headphones off, and opens the window. What are you gonna pack? It's like the dialogue was just that like wouldn't happen like that in real life. It was set up so weird.
So we are introduced to their dysfunctional family about to go on a camping trip. Cut back to the dude who's been unconscious for 6 months, finally awakens, and all of them are at first he's about to die, and they all rush in and try and save him, and they're jolting him with paddles, and they're wondering what the fuck's going on, and then he dies, and Alex
rings in,
super pissed. And before this, Alex rings into
Jim and tells him to come over there. We find out that
Jim used to work at this place.
He quit 3 months ago
because of the research they were doing. We don't really know yet. And Alex wants him to come back because there's an emergency, but Jim is unsure.
He doesn't want to do it.
Anyways, mysterious man is about to pretty much dies, and they can't save him. And Alex throws a fit like a little fucking baby. And yeah, right, Rob? Are you following me?
I'm right there with you.
Rob didn't watch this.
He did.
Oh, he did?
Rob?
No. I mean,
right.
What's your
Rob?
definition of watch?
Just skimming it. You press like the 10 second like fast forward button every like minute.
Does the sound have to be on?
No.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You have to watch the fucking movie.
I'm just watching it, right? I mean, I could hit play and then just walk out into the front yard and work on my truck all afternoon.
No, that doesn't work. That doesn't count.
See, you didn't explain it to me before.
Visuals are better than hearing the sound, I think. Seeing it is better than hearing it.
I tried to watch it as much as possible. Okay.
I thought it was fine. Just watch the fucking movie. It was fine.
You know what? Don't yell at me.
It was okay.
I wasn't
Quit being a baby.
The show at least.
Quit being
That's
a baby.
all I'm saying.
Did Scotty watch the movie?
I did.
I'm saying.
I might have skimmed through the last 20 minutes of it, though.
No way. Scotty did not watch this movie.
I did.
It's not fair.
I did. I skimmed through the last 20 minutes of it, though, because I was rushing over here. So I just wasn't, as prepared as I usually am.
So they think this dude's dead, but he's not. And he wakes up like a fucking motherfucking 80s rocker.
Yeah, he has that long hair. He reminds me of like some kind of rock star with long blonde hair.
His scream was like,
yeah.
It was hilarious.
It was like AC/DC on steroids.
I didn't do it into the mic, Rob, okay? I didn't want to deafen everybody.
We don't need to have a contract for me to watch movies, Zach. And I don't appreciate you giving Danny that idea either.
We should have a fucking contract for Rob to watch. Maybe if you watch movies, I'd buy him exhaust. Oh, we talked about that in the pre-show. So if you aren't a Patreon member, go to patreon.com/cultclassichorror and you can donate some money and we'll give you some prizes in return. And one of those prizes is our pre-show banter.
Yes, and included with some cool interviews that we have up there too as well.
And stickers.
And stickers.
Sometimes we give away stickers. I don't have any anymore, but we used to.
Well, once you get them, you just use them up. You use them all up. You can't.
I had to put them on my new Macintosh.
Ooh.
Macintosh.
Somehow my well, we'll worry about this. We stopped recording. Not on Facebook Live, but on the computer.
Oh no.
Yeah. Well,
at least Facebook Live's still going. We could just use that for the podcast recording.
I think it's pretty shitty audio, to tell you the truth. Actually, no, it's not. It's not shitty audio. We got the mics going into it.
Yeah.
I could totally rip that. No,
You
we're
think you
safe.
could?
Yeah, we're safe.
Are you sure? This might be some. This might be some intertwining.
That's why I don't have a Macintosh.
We're
That's why I
safe.
got my Macintosh Lenovo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Never
shit.
did.
So you're saying if the Lenovo was hooked up, we wouldn't have stopped recording?
We're safe. We're
Hey,
safe.
all I'm saying is that everything looks good on my end.
No, we're good. We're good.
All right.
We're good
As
to
long
go.
as everyone can see us still.
Yes, Aaron St. James, the shadow government, probably was involved there, seeing as how Danny and Scotty both have lost their Facebook accounts.
We have.
They're slowly coming
Yep.
for everybody.
We have
Yes.
It's Crackdown, guys. You got to watch out.
It's Crackdown.
Crackdown time.
Okay, hold on.
Plane has crashed into the mountain.
Motherfucking 80s rocker gets up and scratches a motherfucker's face off. That's what happened next.
Yep. He got
This is one of
Frank.
those podcasts where Danny has to keep it on track, which makes
Yeah.
it even more entertaining for me to derail it.
Hey,
Usually I keep it on
derail it
track.
all you want. I mean,
And you guys derail me. But
let's just
the
be here.
tables have
Let's just
turned.
be here all day. It doesn't matter to me. I don't give a fuck. I ain't got nothing to do. I ain't got nothing to do.
I got to get to a baseball game, guys. So
I might have to stop and go make a rum and coke if we're gonna keep going like this, so I can deal with fucking Rob and his antics.
I might need to take my pants off at some point too, just for no reason at all.
You guys might notice that Leslie Dean is in the chat. Leslie Dean from Leslie, what's up? We want to say
Hey,
hi.
Leslie, how's it going?
Leslie's she's from Freddy's Dead. You fans might remember Leslie Dean from Freddy's Dead.
Heck yeah! Thanks for joining us, Leslie.
And
See,
a
the
few
pants
other
are already
horror-
off over here in Tallahassee.
Oh,
Yeah, nice.
For God's sakes.
You just
Don't even need them.
rip right off. It's so hot down there.
So,
Exactly. They're kind of it's humid, so I mean they're sticky.
yeah, of course.
But I mean they came off.
Well, we want to thank you, Leslie Dean, for joining us and say that you rocked in Freddy's Dead.
Heck yes, you did.
Awesome stuff. And you can check out Ty's interview with Leslie Dean at cultclassichorror.com on the blog. Did an awesome job. And actually, it's also on the Patreon account. So if you become a $5 patron, you can access our celebrity interviews, of which Leslie Dean is one of them. So please check that out.
Awesome.
And if you're watching live right now, say hi to her in the chat. She's there. All right.
That's awesome. Thanks for joining us, Leslie.
Yeah.
You guys rule.
Moving on. So
Moving
80s
on
fucking
up.
rocker dude awakens, scratches a dude's face.
Scratches
off.
Frank's face, which Frank I thought looked like Wes Craven in this, didn't he?
He did a little bit.
He kind of looked.
Older,
I thought it was Wes Craven.
more wise, like he wouldn't have anything to do with this movie.
Yeah.
Type of Wes Craven.
It was a guy named Peter Shepard, but it wasn't Craven. But it looked just like.
And if you want to know about Wes Craven, talk to Leslie Dean because she worked with him.
Yeah,
There you go.
Leslie Dean met and worked with Craven.
So this is just the point where I really noticed Alex Dude's acting. I mean, this whole thing went to hell. The guy scratched the dude's face off. The 80s rocker monster dude ran off into the ductwork, and now they're all wondering what the fuck to do.
Yeah, I couldn't take him serious. I'd be like, okay, get the hell
And
out of
he
here.
like literally sat down, and I'm glad we're doing video because he put his hands up. He's like, guys, I don't know what we're supposed to do. And he literally like just, I was like, what the fuck is he doing with his hands?
And then the camera angle with all three of them there, like sitting there in like their little area, and just the camera angle was so weird. Like I couldn't take it serious at all.
And then right before, so everyone at this point wants to leave, and he's so tied to this experiment that he does not want to leave, even though someone just died. And so everyone's saying how they're going to leave, and he literally is like, no, guys, I need your help. I need your
Yeah,
help.
we got results now. Stuff's happening.
He's literally, you know how Family Guy, you know how they do William Shatner on Family Guy?
Yeah.
He's like, hey, it's like all over the place. He literally with his hands, he's like, guys, I need your help.
He was almost like
and
a
he
Jeff
and he like left his
Goldblum,
hands right there
too.
while he stared at them, and I laughed out loud. And then I came
And
a
then
little.
we know that.
But that was a different problem.
You come a little all the time. You can get aroused. And then he pulls out the shotgun, of course, and says, I need your help.
Yep.
Like,
so he's
okay.
holding them all at gunpoint, trying to hunt down 80s rocker monster. That's who I'm gonna call. Who sort of looked like Brad Pitt in a couple scenes.
Yeah, he did kind of.
And I know that's why Rob came a little, because he likes Brad Pitt.
Of course. Yeah, Legends of the Falls. That's my go-to.
Oh, Interview with the Vampire. I mean, come on, he's so hot. He's so hot.
No, Tom
Legends of the
Cruise
Falls
is too
great.
distracting in that movie.
You said Tom. I'm not talking about Tom Cruise.
Oh, I know, but you're talking about Interview with the Vampire, and I'm Tom Cruise over Brad Pitt.
Can I
for sure?
Can I just side note on Tom Cruise?
And I'm Kevin Costner over everything.
Ever since I listened to the Scientology episodes of Last Podcast on the Left, I can't even believe. I don't understand people who believe in Scientology. Like I can't. And Tom Cruise is one of them. And now luckily I can let go of that when I see him acting. But always in the back of my head, I'm like, what a fucking psycho.
Tom Cruise doesn't believe.
Yeah,
it. He's just
it's
getting
crazy
a check.
stuff.
Oh yeah, he's just getting they probably do pay him, right?
Oh, they pay him a fortune. They built him a house or something too. So
so he's basically like John Carpenter. Did the check clear? Let's keep doing it.
Message to all leaders.
There might be
the orbital craft or whatever of Scientology. If you would like to sponsor Cult Classic Horror, I'm looking for exhaust for my truck, and it won't take much, I don't think.
We might have some people
for you to sponsor us.
We might have some people that believe in Scientology that's listening to us right now.
And you guys can go fuck yourselves.
That's just harsh. That's harsh.
I'm sorry. I'm sure there's. I'm sorry. I don't have anything.
Might be
else to
3 or
say.
4. Yeah, we apologize, but
I got to give a shout out to Griffin Queen, who's on the live chat right now, because he is a patron.
Griffin.
So be like Griffin. Be cool like Griffin.
Be like Griffin.
And go to patreon.com/cultclassichorror and, check out what we got there for you in exchange for very measly amounts of money.
And we're adding stuff every week, guys.
Yeah.
So it just gets better and better and better.
All right. So we just finished off with they're being held hostage by Alex's horrible fucking acting. So this is where Lance Henriksen and his dysfunctional family fly in on a quaint little plane, while the awesome acting boyfriend doesn't comfort what's her name at all.
Hey, how's it going, Wendy? Wendy.
Is it Wendy?
Yeah.
I'm horrible at names, you guys.
Natasha Gregson Wagner.
Wendy.
But her name's Wendy in this. Well, she's pretty hottie. She's a hottie.
You know what the next funniest line is? The nerdy dude as part of the dysfunctional group.
I think I know what you're talking about.
He attacks Alex, who's holding the gun real quick, but then it doesn't go well. He gets hit in the back with the gun. And Alex immediately takes hold of the situation again. And he basically, like a friend, says, you better keep that gun on me. And he's like, I will.
Yep.
That's literally how the conversation
I got it on you. It's on you.
Like, what the fuck?
Okay.
Are they just having a casual chat right now? What the fuck did I miss? It was bad.
No, I think the one that might have been worse is the conversation between Ribisi and the boyfriend when they were talking about Siegfried and Roy.
Oh, that was horrible.
And they're like, "What? Why
That's
is it
coming up in a little bit? We're not there yet.
I'm just
sequential.
I'm relating it to an even worse conversation between two guys,
which we'll get to.
So we'll get to that. Yes.
Look, we're anonymously.
We can't go out of order
right now.
Rob, we're trying out a new fucking format.
Look, I'm all for the format. I'm as you can see, I'm sitting here being quiet, and
for all I know, you're masturbating.
You're not wearing pants.
We can't see your hands.
Your pants are off.
We know you're not wearing pants, and we can't see your hands. Need I say more?
That's why Rob's in this little box here.
I'm not denying it.
Yeah.
I mean,
rather be in a box than a black hole.
You got to get like 4 or 5 a day just to keep your blood pressure down.
Rob's over here right now. That's where I see him, not here where I see you guys.
And Jonathan's getting distracted by your mad clouds. So could you please stop that?
You're distracting us with your
Okay,
mad clouds.
all right.
It's special effects
fine,
for the
fine.
podcast.
All right.
You know what? I don't even want. There. How about there?
Special effects.
There. Here we go. How about that? There. You just
Ceiling
flip the
fan.
button.
Ooh.
See Rob's ceiling
Oh,
fan.
that's pretty.
That looks like a nice vintage
Ceiling fan.
bronze poor family ceiling fan.
I'd say it's more brassy. Ooh, there's the special effects with vape.
He made it disappear.
Let's see, Rob. There we are.
I'm just giving you shit, Rob. That's a nice ceiling fan.
We got to keep your pretty
No, it's
face.
an awful ceiling fan. I'm a renter. I don't care.
It's nice.
I'm not this 1%er.
Wait,
up in Colorado.
Did you say you're a runner?
No.
Oh, a renter. Oh, I got it.
Although
I think
he
it's a
did
runner.
buy a treadmill. Rob did buy a treadmill.
Yeah, and a workout set.
And I'm sure that treadmill is getting the workout of its life with Rob on top of it.
I'm a brisk walker, like until I start to chafe,
Yes.
and then I'm done.
Well, that's why you got to have the cheesecloth on hand.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes,
for
cheesecloth
cheesecloth
is
for
very
chafing.
Keep that in between the balls and the leg, both sides.
Ty
Yeah.
and Draco says I'm Rob's biggest fan.
We know.
We know, Ty.
It's a big competition. I got a lot of fans out there, So
No, Rob, I'm your fan too, and you're my fan, right?
All right,
give
well-
a shout out to somebody, please. I'm not going to say her name because then I would actually give the shout out. Ty, you need to message me. What do I get for this shout out? I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
Ty,
get out of
are you
bed
just-
for less than $600?
Are you just trying to get us to-
for my exhaust?
I think Ty's trying to get us to get him some action or something.
UTPOHJ.
UTTOTPHJ, Rob. I'm going to buy you the
I was
shirt.
close.
It's kind of hard to remember.
All right, via Ty, we want to give a shout out to Sarah Maggie. Shout out to you, Sarah Maggie, for whatever the hell you've done. 'Cause
Shout out to Sarah Maggie. You rock.
whatever you've done, it better be good. Maybe
Better
you're
be
just
careful, 'cause
maybe you're just an
somebody
awesome
two first
person.
You did a
names
good
like that
deed.
is probably a serial killer.
Might be a serial killer. Sarah Maggie, if you're a serial killer, no shout out.
Hey.
But if you're not, shout out to you.
If you are, find Ty's stash of stickers and send them to me.
Yeah, he's hoarding those things. Okay, moving on.
They smell so good.
Speaking of bad conversations, we now cut to Wendy and her boyfriend, who basically just walked 100 yards away from the plane. And for some reason, Lance Henriksen is like, "Where'd they go? We have to go find them right now."
Scott comes up and like, what are you doing here? Where's your sister? We got to go find them.
We have to go. Well, yeah, he told him to wait by the plane. He goes to check the door to the compound, and Scott follows him. And he turns around and goes, "What are you doing? Where's your sisters?" And he's like, "I don't know." He's like, "We have to go find them." They were back at the fucking plane where you left them.
And then-
what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, they're right by the plane. And then we cut to them, and then
They're walking.
Mark's just doing the worst like macking on her that I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
It's the flirtation that he has
She
with her is
says,
the worst.
"She says, is there anything that doesn't make you horny?" And he says, "My mom's douche. I saw it once."
Yeah. God,
I mean,
it
there
was,
are probably other things too. You don't have to go straight to that.
No, that's probably what I'd go straight to. Mom's douche. Yep. Saw it once, tasted it, felt its kind warmness.
ooh. Why was he even around and seeing his mom's douche? That's just he must have walked in at her and liked it.
She left it in the corner of the tub.
Oh yeah,
you know?
okay, yeah.
She
He went
left
to go
She
shower.
left behind clues that she secretly wanted him. Here's a douche
Honey,
for you. Won't you accept my douche?
let's not go into the Scientology aspect of this now.
That's not
Sure.
Scientology. That although it could be.
That's something else.
Okay,
Sorry, I got it mixed up.
let's keep going
Anyways,
here.
let's keep going. Yeah.
I've been listening
Was
to too.
that a lie? Was that a
Danny's
lie
telling me
Facebook
too many stories.
Scottyism?
I've been listening to too many cult episodes on last podcast.
Danny's-
That
yeah.
was Children of God. You're
Okay, I was thinking of Children of God. You got me
Okay.
mixed up. Here. Yeah.
Anyways, they are the ones who fuck their own children.
Yes. Anyways,
I mean, not just.
We'll pass
I mean,
along
there's
that.
probably other people too.
Oh
Yeah, well,
yeah.
yeah, but we won't go there either.
So
What are we
anyway,
talking about?
Anyways, the
why would Lance Henriksen? Well,
Don't you bring Lance Hendrickson into this and that with that tone of voice?
Jim quit.
Hendrickson.
He quit this highly secretive bunker government operation, but his handprint still gets him in the door. You
Yep.
know, It's been like 3 months.
Yeah, you got to keep the guy that created this whole thing. You got to keep his
handprint still
handprint.
works. It still opens the door for him.
Well, I mean, that's just somebody in IT wasn't doing their job.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We could just call him Bishop the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus Lord above! That noise that you can't hear on Facebook Live.
Oh, my ears! I heard it in my earphones though.
That means it's time for the
Horror
halftime.
halftime.
All right, horror halftime. What does that sound like? That sounds like
it's not Rocky. It's just
I don't know what it is.
It's Rob's own tune.
Yeah, Rob has just gone crazy with it.
His own custom tune.
All right, so horror halftime. We do have a horror freak of the week, and it is. I hope I don't mess this up. Adela Dumitrescu. That's how I read it. I know I probably butchered your fucking last name, but I wanted to say Doomy. I think that's really cool.
Yes, please.
Dumitrescu.
Adela. Let's go with Adela.
Adela is our horror freak of the week.
Congrats,
for
Adela.
her awesome Hills Have Eyes 2 meme. You guys should actually go read it because I probably won't say it as funny, but she basically has them calling up Wes Craven saying, we have an idea for Hills Have Eyes 2. Let's do it. And him saying, I'm busy. Just use flashbacks from the first one.
Yeah. As you do.
Make sure you put the dog's flashback in there.
Yeah.
Put the dog flashback.
That's number one.
Yeah.
It's not a flashback without the dog's flashback.
So Adela,
that was where I really zoned out in that movie when the dog had the flashback.
It was hazy.
I was like, oh, cool. I can get up and wander around now.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
So Adela, you are the horror freak of the week.
Congrats to
Make
Adela.
sure you send us a message at facebook.com/cultclassichorror, and we will send you a shirt or stickers. Give us your address. And also, after you receive the shirt, and for any of you guys that have been horror freak of the week, I always forget to mention this, send us a picture of yourself wearing it. And we'll post you in the album, the Horror Freak of the Week album, on our Facebook page. So just if you haven't done that, take a picture of yourself wearing it, message it to us at Cult Classic Horror at facebook.com/Cult Classic Horror, and we'll put you in the album.
You'll be a part of the album.
If you don't want to include your face, I understand. Rob, you can be like Rob and be all nervous about the government, even though he's showing his face right now live.
We don't know.
Well.
This could be, it's me. It's okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
I mean,
you're not wearing your hat today, so we really don't know. Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh.
Oh shit.
Yep. Okay. Now we know. Now we know.
It's Rob.
There it is.
All right. So get your memes in next week for Mind Ripper. This there's plenty of opportunities.
This was a Mind Ripper.
If someone can get like a screenshot of the guy with his hands up in a bad acting pose, I'd take that. Anything that can win you horror freak of the week and some awesome gear. So
be clever, be funny.
You need to submit those memes inside of our group. Cult Classic Horror is our group on Facebook, and with the hashtag horror halftime, so we can find it. Cool. That concludes the horror halftime. All right, back to my notes here.
Oh, looking sexy, Robbie, with a hat on.
There you go. All right, we already talked about.
Is my beard on point?
Your beard's very pointy.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
We already talked about Mother's douche, so I can cross that off. Well, then it's next victim. Is it?
That was actually written down.
I wrote down Mother's douche.
That was a good line.
Yeah. Whoever, whenever we auction these notebooks off, whenever I fill this thing up, is just going to have a ball with this thing. I tell you what.
Look at this.
You can give it to your kids to read. Chock full of notes here from previous episodes. I'm telling, but I still got a lot to go. So
I'm almost done with mine.
Yeah, Scotty.
I just want to get one of those books so I can turn the pages back to what was my first episode, Friday the 13th, part 1, and just read all the comments about how in love you guys were with me.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I drew
this Rob guy. He's so nice. He seems so friendly.
As you were on the first podcast with us, I was actually looking on your Facebook, and I drew a portrait of you on one of these pages.
Just to give you an idea what this journal has in it, I just flipped to a random page, episode 9, Dead Alive. Here's a couple notes. Bloodcock, asshole farts, choppy puppy. What else do I got
Choppy
here?
Puppy.
Ooh, Pink Sock. That's a good one.
I don't even take notes, Zach, whether it's on toilet paper or not. And yes, Stacy, my beard is amazing. I will
Anyways,
not argue with that.
let's keep going here.
And no, that is not Kevin Smith. I am a talented.
You do kind of look like Kevin Smith, actually.
Yeah, he does look like Kevin Smith.
I will actually.
Okay, you know what, Rob?
More like
I'll
Stanley
actually take the
Kubrick.
Stanley Kubrick
No, it's Stanley
thing
Kubrick.
Over Kevin
Rob,
Smith.
while
I
everyone's,
think you look more
while
like
everyone's
Stanley
looking
Kubrick.
at Rob on Facebook Live, he totally looks like Stanley Kubrick's abandoned son. And that is where all the hostility comes from Rob towards
That's
Stanley
why
Kubrick.
Rob hates Kubrick. Yep.
He abandoned him as a child.
Yep. And he's not telling us that he was his real dad, but we know deep down that he really was.
We know.
I never knew my real dad.
We know, Rob. We know.
We know now.
All right, moving right along. So the next victim that 80s horror monster takes is Alex, the horrible actor.
And by the way, during all this, they have like the same like monitor, like alien reading thing that tells if they're closer or not.
It's a heat seekers, apparently. And they do the shots where you can see the ceiling. It looks like the ceiling in Aliens.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
just like Aliens.
It's very reminiscent.
So, Rob.
And we got Lance Henriksen.
Rob, you don't like this movie, but it's basically Aliens. It has Lance Henriksen. It has the heat seeker. It has like a beeper thing.
Mm-hmm.
They have a gun. They're hunting down hallways.
Through the ducts, the air ducts, the
They have
rafters.
a couple of the same sound effects. No holes.
Okay, Stacy. Well, I'll get back to that. Stacy says she wants to buy the journals. What was that number I gave you?
You want to buy the journals, Stacy?
Boss, Danny. What am I going to?
Oh,
623.50. 623.50, and they're yours.
I'm not selling this journal for your exhaust.
We have to keep filling this up.
Yeah, Stacy, I'm only about like a third of the way full here, so we'll have to wait till episode like 250 or
And
something.
Stacey, I'm about 3/4 full, so mine will be done within the next, probably by the end of this year. So, or that maybe halfway through
but
next.
Scotty's notes aren't as cool as mine, so
No, they're pretty cool. I write a lot more, so you'll get more out of it. So here we go.
But no, the gleaming difference between this and Aliens, there are some small aspects that stand out, but the real glaring one is that Aliens was good.
Oh yeah,
That's very true. That's spot on.
That is true. Anyways, Thing takes Alex, holds it. We don't know this yet, but he doesn't kill him. Let's see. Lance's hand still works. I already said that. Oh, and also the group that has been separated from Alex is trying to. It's only the girl and the nerd now.
The nerd now, who looks like Steve Zahn.
Sorta.
Yeah.
He sort of looks like Steve
Rob,
Zahn.
and his name's Rob.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rob, and what's her name?
And hers is Joanne.
Rob and Joanne are the only ones left, and they have found an old sealed up door from when it used to be a nuclear plant, which they go to inspect, and of course find barrels of nuclear sludge.
Nuclear waste. Yes,
which is also what I call the wastebasket inside of Rob's bathroom.
Yes, but the nuclear sludge in the waste is kind of like what was that? Day of the Dead or whatever.
Yeah, I think
yeah. So that's this is it's like Wes Craven was like up late watching TNT and was like, oh, Aliens, yeah, that's a good movie.
He was, he was watching.
Yep.
He was watching movies for guys who like movies.
For men who like.
Do you remember that?
movies.
When they used to do that?
Yeah.
And then they'd have the hosts that were like cooking shit in between and stuff. I used to watch that at my dad's house. They always had like Stallone movies on and Van Damme movies on.
I thought the
oh man, Van Damme movies, that would have been good.
Van Damme.
If this
TNT,
movie would have had
USA.
Van Damme in it, no holes.
Oh yeah. Well, it goes back to Lance.
And see, there's your connection. You got Van Damme, Lance Henriksen, Hard Target, and that goes back to Sam Raimi because Ted Raimi was in it.
And Sam Raimi produced, I think, Hard Target. Yeah.
Yep. Sam
That's
Raimi
right.
was a producer.
That's right.
That's right.
But Wes Craven wasn't around.
Guess what? Where we're at now?
I was going to say though, no. When the nuclear barrels fell down and the green stuff popped out of it, I thought for a split second that it was going to fall on the floor and burn through each floor like acid, relating to aliens, like the aliens' blood. But Wes Craven didn't want to take it that far.
No, he didn't.
So,
and we have to remember that Wes
it
Craven,
really wasn't Wes Craven
did not write or direct this film.
Write. Jonathan Craven.
He was just the executive producer, which basically means he just told his brother, "Here's some fucking money. get out of my hair and go make your little movie.
Joe Gayton was the director, so he probably was calling the shots.
Now we're at the Siegfried and Roland conversation.
Literally,
they obviously wrote this scene because they needed 30 more seconds in the film. That's that's the only explanation for why they wrote this stupid fucking dialogue.
So who's Siegfried and who's Roy? Siegfried's the one with the white hair.
It's because the stupid boyfriend was like, "What are you, part of the fan club?" to Scott, because they were arguing about Siegfried and Roy, and Scott just pulls him to the corner for like a full 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And talks about how his name should maybe be Roland instead of Roy. He's like, I think, no. Hear me out. No. Hear me out. I think, like, Roy is just such a country name. And Siegfried is like this heroic, awesome name. Like, no. Hold on. Hear me out. Hold on. Hear me out.
Come on, man. Let me go.
I think it should be Roland. Don't you think Roland sounds better than Roy?
And then Mark's like, this is so messed up.
Yeah, and Rob's like, so messed up, and walks away.
Like, what the fuck?
And Scott like laughs. We're like, what the fuck just happened?
Why was that messed up? What was the point? Yeah, that was a really bad conversation there.
Well, anyways.
Wes Craven wrote that part.
You think so? Yeah, Wes Craven did that. Yeah. Well, we go back to the 80s rock and roll monster who has captured Alex. And we see basically his tongue, the first time we see his long tongue with a spike on the end of it.
Penis tooth.
Yeah, penis tooth.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's like a tip with...
coming out of his mouth vagina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like when you jam it in a girl's mouth too hard and you come out with a molar stuck in your tip. That's what it looks like.
But a very pointy molar. Penis tooth, yeah.
Don't tell me that hasn't happened to you, Rob.
No, fortunately it hasn't.
But look,
I haven't lived enough, I guess.
If you really lived, it would be a wisdom tooth you pulled out with it.
But if you guys saw that, he opened his mouth and it was like a little vagina in his mouth, and you saw like the little penis come out and then the tooth formed after it. It was so...
That settles it.
That's immediately what I thought.
Aliens, Giger worked on this one. That settles it.
Giger worked on it, yeah, exactly.
Giger made the vagina and the penis coming out.
A mouth within a mouth. Instead of a dream within a dream, it's a mouth within a mouth.
Within a mouth.
Within a mouth.
Thornbury did sound.
In a dream.
Thornbury did sound.
I got the sound on this, guys. Don't worry.
All they did was borrow his headphones for Giovanni's car.
Oh yeah, those were definitely
those were
headphones.
Those were too heavy. That cassette was too heavy for Bill Thornbury's style.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
He'd put it on and go, oh, then he'd hand it to Reg, and Reg would put it on and go, oh man, you're harshing my mellow, man. Put that back.
Got the wire headband with the Sony earplugs. Gosh, that was funny.
Oh, and then the worst. What were we just talking about last night, Rob? We were just talking about how I hate fingernails bending off backwards.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, and now a whole fucking big toenail bends backwards and comes off his toe. Oh, dude. I literally fucking said, oh, and cringed for a full 30 seconds when that happened.
That was bad.
Bends his fucking big toenail off backwards. This is the nerdy guy, Steve, a.k.a. lookalike Steve Zahn.
Steve Zahn, that plays Rob.
Is... goes up an air duct to try and fix the power or something so they can reroute it. I don't even know what the fuck he's doing, but the monster grabs his foot. Oh, he rips the fuck. He bends the toenail backwards on a ledge.
He got the worst death. Gregory Letter is his real name.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was bad.
Which I read his bio, and he started out early in theater with Jeremy Piven.
Oh really?
Yeah, interesting.
Wow.
Interesting.
Piven, what happened to Piven? Well, I think he's still around. Yeah, obviously, he came out way bigger than Gregory Sporleader.
Oh yeah, he did. Although I do recognize him in his older days from a couple films.
Yeah.
Anyway, so toenail rip, and then the monster comes after him, and he pulls his handgun out and just shoot. The monster rips off the metal door and uses that as a shield. Mm-hmm. And nerd guy just shoots right at the shield over and over until he's out of ammo. It's like, shoot him in the fucking head. He wasn't even aiming for his head.
Shoot him in the leg or something.
Yeah, it was bad aim. Although we come to find out the bullets don't really hurt this guy anyways.
Or a knife into the back or anything like that.
Now finally 80s horror monster meets up with Lance and his dysfunctional family. And actually,
they're inside.
It's just Scott who is popping some popcorn in the microwave.
Yeah.
He's is become bored and wandered off and is popping popcorn in the microwave.
He found popcorn in the little office room there.
Yeah. And
then Wes Craven was like, popcorn. Yes, we have to have that in my next movie.
Yeah.
Yes, but they can't be microwaving it. They have to be making it on this oven, on the stovetop.
A red light on.
Stovetop. So, gets stabbed in the back by Lance Henriksen, but then he pushes the knife out with his own back muscles or something. I don't know.
It just falls out of his back.
So that was pretty cool.
That was cool. That was really cool.
Scotty's waving out there.
I just saw our cousin walk by the window.
Oh, yeah, he's leaving his dirt bike out of my place.
Oh, nice. Ooh, I just saw a butterfly, too.
Yeah, I got attacked by like 3 butterflies today.
Dude, there's a butterfly at the window.
You were attacked by butterflies.
I was mowing the lawn today, and like this butterfly would not leave me alone. Freaked me out.
Better than like a freaking swarm of bees or wasps.
That's true. Butterfly wouldn't leave me alone. Anyways,
he's trying to get warm. He's trying to get on your warm skin.
So anyways, we move forward in the movie. They are now running away from 80s rocker monster
with the green eyes,
who is now, well, not yet. He still has
some hair.
He still has all his shit.
Yeah,
but
hasn't transformed quite yet.
Yeah. Because that's why I wrote that note. He pulls away. What is it? What does he pull away first? The sister?
No, well, he gets Jim. He gets
Jim,
Lance
that's
Henriksen.
what it is. Yeah. He grabs Lance Henriksen, and what's her name has like a total clear shot with the shotgun, and totally
Joanne.
misses. She just blank misses.
Flashlight right on his head. Could have pulled the trigger. She was too scared that she was going to shoot Jim, though. So 80s rocker guy pulls Jim up into the rafter area and finds out that you're the one that then has like this heart-to-heart talk with him.
Yeah,
you're the one that created me. Are you God? Remember that line?
Yeah,
that was a pretty good.
You
one.
had to feel a little sorry for him.
Yeah, I felt sorry.
Feel a little sorry for the guy, even though he's jacked now. They said that when they brought him in, he was 90 pounds, but Alex was secretly jacking him up.
Yeah,
and now he was jacked. Much like Rob's going to be after he works on that fly machine he just bought.
And Dan Blom.
Oh, yeah.
Dan Blom is the guy that plays, and his character name is Thor. That's his character name.
But that stands for something. I forgot now.
Yeah.
Something human organization.
Yeah, it's abbreviated THOR.
Yeah, I don't even know. But he sort of looks like Thor.
Yeah, he does actually. Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, and he
Shut up, Rob. Who's Chris Hemsworth?
They take.
I don't know these people that y'all keep talking about.
No. They take the knife that he pushed out of his bag. They try and take some blood from it.
Take it.
Where's the knife?
I'm not doing it.
Where's the knife?
Takes the knife, and they're trying to figure out what's going on there with his blood and what's happening. And she finds out that the blood that he needs the what the fuck is it called?
It's the liquid.
He needs the whatever to survive.
Syringe
that comes out of people's brains, and they have it in liquid form.
The anti-venom.
I forgot what it's called.
Serotonin?
No, it was. I fucking forgot.
It's something liquid that comes.
Oh, go back though. Do we have anti-venom in our brains?
No,
no.
It's like calories. It's like the liquid form of calories or something like that.
Oh,
dumb.
I guess I'll Google it.
Yeah, look it up. Stellate. I forgot. Anyways,
calories in the brain.
You should just. I don't know, man. I don't.
Yeah. Well, we know it's something that's liquid.
Lance Henriksen used to read 80s rocker monster, The Hardy Boys, and he remembers it fondly. And then we see him pull out his whole tongue spear thing like he's about to, and then he leans back to give it to Lance Henriksen with his penis tooth.
Mm-hmm.
And then it blacks out. It switches scenes.
Yeah, we don't know what happened.
Yeah. Before that though, after that is where he tears off his ears and hair. It's before that. He tears off his hair and his ears, and now he's just like a smooth fucking, like he'd be a really good swimmer, with no hair and no ears.
Hairs, no ears. Oh yeah. He's shaping up. He has a real man's haircut now.
So that happens. They're studying the knife, and then we have a random fucking monster dream where he dreams about killing all of them and getting the sister for his mate.
Wendy.
Yeah. And then that's exactly what he tries to do.
He's very attracted to her now.
He steals her, and they get her back by using a very high-pitched note. What do you... Brain juice? Rob's showing us some shit on his
That's
monitor
what
there.
came up when I Googled liquid stuff in the brain.
Brain juice.
no,
Well, yeah.
just don't do that.
That's a good word for it. Brain juice. There we go.
It's on Amazon. Should I get
Okay,
it?
well, you buy some and
You should get
see
some.
how that tastes.
And as long as it's green.
It comes in a 3-pack. Oh, damn it. Look at that. See?
What?
Currently unavailable.
Unavailable. That's because people have
currently
been dying from
unavailable.
it or turning into 80s rockers
Yeah.
and losing all their hair.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I like how they set up this like Home Alone trap for the monster. They trip him, and he like stumbles and hits his head on the wall, and it's just embarrassing for him to say the least.
Yeah, it is. He's embarrassed now. His dignity is gone. He's trying to get the girl, but he gets fucked over.
The one thing he does right is he snaps the boyfriend's head all the way around.
Oh yeah, he's not going to deal with this Mark kid anymore.
He's not dealing with the bad acting anymore. He's had enough. He's gonna break his fucking neck.
She's like, Mark, and then Giovanni Ribisi's like, no, leave him. And yeah, it was meant to happen. I knew he was going to die.
Yeah,
He was like the first one to die.
Oh, he had to die.
Yeah.
But they do eventually trap him in the freezer after he kills Mark, and she shotgun blasts the girl. Shotgun blasts him into the freezer, and which of course just heals right away because that's how awesome he is.
Yeah.
We finally have Scott in his breakdown scene after that, saying how much he loved his father, and now his father's dead, and he can't tell that he
We
loves him.
think that he's dead,
We think that he's dead.
but we don't know yet, do we?
Then Lance is alive. We see him alive. Like, how could he be alive? There's no hole. Usually when he jams that penis tooth up in there, do buttholes sweat? That's what you're looking up, right?
Yes.
You should just get on like a Google roll
Yeah.
All right, you can stop Googling things now.
and things that happen during sex.
Anyways,
Like yours is right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, Lance Henriksen is alive.
What? No way.
How is Lance Henriksen alive when we've seen the penis tooth go in a nose, go in an eyeball? Did he just miss Lance Henriksen?
Well,
Did he not mean to?
He threatened him. He shows what he's got, what his weapon is out of his mouth,
guess.
vagina, and he didn't kill him because Henriksen created him. So he can't kill his creator. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm Scotty's making sense on this one.
I guess so.
And you got that he knows that Henriksen has more brain juice.
Well, anyways, 80s rocker monster steals the sister to try and bang the shit out of her with probably his even pointier, sharper penis that comes out from within a penis.
Yeah, a penis within a penis.
Within a penis.
Within a penis.
Yes.
Anyways, yes.
It's all
But-
making perfect sense.
But
now.
too.
But they
A
lure
but.
him back, and Ribisi shocks him.
Oh, that was cool. Ribisi finally shows some
He
aggressiveness.
says, "Suck on this." Ribisi.
You're in my wait. No, that was the other one.
No, that was the other.
He snuck
Suit
up behind him.
Suit up. You're in my world now.
Ribisi's an electrician. You're in my world now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they all get out. They get Lance Henriksen. He's alive. They hobble him up to the door. He uses his hand, unlocks the door, and they run to the van with extremely muddy windows, apparently.
Yeah, was that a Dodge van?
You can't even see out of it. I will say that van was cool as fuck.
Yeah, it's like an all like matte black van.
Matte black, all murdered out with
It was cool.
mud drain wheels on it, tires on it, just ripping
that
up the
thing.
desert.
But it doesn't work.
Well, yeah, they drive away.
Oh yeah. But then obviously we see 80s rocker again.
Yeah, he's stuck. He's on the roof, and you could
Where
definitely
the fuck
tell.
did he come from?
You could easily tell that all the interior shots of this van was done somewhere in place with the van windows like spray painted brown to look like mud, and then they would cut to an outdoor shot with the stuntman driving.
Yep.
And so they try to shoot him off the back of the van. They blow up a gas can. It catches the van on fire. They all exit the van and into the airplane, but no, Lance Henriksen's legs won't
He's
fly
too
it.
impaled
They won't fly it.
to fly the plane.
Scott has to fly the airplane. The attitude,
Problem.
old problem child has to fly the airplane, who used to idolized his father as a pilot as a child.
But does he remember how to fly it from when he learned when he was a kid? Yes, he does.
Dun, dun.
Yes, he does.
Why do I have written down? It was the sister's line. They were like on the plane. So they get the plane up at altitude, and then he's still there.
The 80s rocker guy.
Fucking 80s rocker latched onto the plane. He's
Fucking
still there.
Man.
Luckily, the girl blasts him in the face with the shotgun, and he falls off the
And
plane.
Thor is no more. Ooh, that rhymed.
And that's why I wrote down, because after she did that, the girl's like, "Is everyone okay?" And the sister's like, "Yeah." It was the funniest I've ever heard in my life. You just guys got to go watch it.
I miss Mark. Where's Mark?
But of course, close up on 80s rocker monster hand, and it fidgets.
The hand twitch.
It fidgets.
The fidget. Dun dun dun.
Close up on his crotch, and the boner fidgets.
And it fidgets.
That's how we know he's still alive.
Mouth, vagina, fidgets. And that's the end. They fly off, and it's a happy ending.
Yes. It is a happy ending because they didn't make another one.
Yeah. So that fidget really didn't come to make another movie after that. It set it up to make you think there's going to be another one.
Jonathan Craven was ready for the big times. He wanted to make another one right away.
But sorry, his dreams were crushed.
I don't know. Rob crushed them.
The reviews in this wasn't that great. We got a lot of 4 out of 10 stars. And IMDb,
I still contend better than Hills Have Eyes 2.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It's like the lesser of two evils, I guess.
Better than Hills Have Eyes 2.
But it was totally different than
better than Exorcist 2.
Oh, no.
It was way better than Exorcist 2.
No.
Yes, it was.
No, you got Linda Blair.
No, you can,
better than the Crazies?
You can't go back and now say that we have Linda Blair and Exorcist 2 isn't bad anymore.
Exorcist 2 is a horrible movie. I am by no means saying that it's good, but it's better than this.
I don't know about that.
Is it better? Do you think this was better than the Crazies?
Oh, no. No. See, the Crazies tops my list. The Crazies and Marvin
are the worst.
Top your list, really?
For the worst?
Oh, those are so bad. This is so bad.
Yeah, they are.
There's no recovering from those.
I don't know, man. Yeah, they're sleepers. That's for sure. Yeah. I think I did fall asleep watching both of them.
I think this movie was kind of forgotten. It was just released straight to DVD. There wasn't really too much facts on it. There wasn't a lot of reviews on it.
Well, and we're not done yet because we're gonna next week we're gonna cover both the newer Hills Have Eyes movies in one episode. Where we want to move past this Hills Have Eyes and on to the next thing. Mm-hmm. So we're just gonna knock them down both next time in one episode. So Hills Have Eyes and Hills Have Eyes 2, but the newer versions. And I don't remember the exact years. Was it 2006 the Hills Have Eyes was?
Yeah, 2006, 2007
I'm
maybe?
not sure exactly. I have to look at it again. So, goddamn, Ty's like our fucking my boss or something. He wants me to plug. He has a list of things to plug before we end the episode.
Well, I just wanted to like peruse through here. If you go to Amazon to watch Mind Ripper for free, we're rocking like a steady 31% 1-star reviews, 46% 2-star reviews. All
right,
and 15% 5-star reviews.
Yeah,
and
so not
only 13 people took the time
to review
this.
Not
movie.
The highest reviewed thing. I'm going to go out and say. Well, we'll be covering
2006,
the last Hills Have Eyes,
and
Hills Have Eyes 2 next week. But before we go, we have to do our segment of What Did You Watch This Week?
What did you watch?
Rob, did you watch anything this week?
Come back to me. Okay. I gotta check my queue because I'm busy. I watch a lot of things.
I watched 2 movies.
I watched 2 movies.
You guys go ahead. Go ahead.
How is Scotty? How is it like Scotty is on point?
I don't know.
Dude, I'm on point this time. Well, we had a 10-hour drive
be horror movies.
From Arizona to Steamboat.
Yeah, if Scotty watched like Frozen Part 3 or something, it doesn't count.
No. I watched VHS, the first one, because I have not seen it yet. Very good.
Get with the times.
Craziness. It's actually not a great movie to watch while you're driving in a car through a mountain canyon, because it's
Very shaky.
handheld camera, but it was good, very good. There was some crazy shit in it. And then I watched Curve, which was it was a horror thriller, more of a thriller.
I've never seen it,
but it was in the horror section of Netflix. Julianne Huff's in it. That's one of the reasons I downloaded it, because I think she's pretty hot. But anyways, it was actually pretty good. There's some killings in it and stuff, but it only took place in like two different scenes at two different times. So it didn't go a lot of places, but it was still pretty good. I'd recommend seeing it. Just to see it.
I watched The House of the Devil because I hadn't seen that yet. Ty West movie. That's
awesome movie.
Yeah, that's on Shudder. It was good. There were some like holes here and there, but the whole feel of it, the whole 80s throwback, it was pretty bloody. It was good. I liked it. Then actually I watched one Ty did a blog on a movie called Against the Night. Mm-hmm. And it's only showing in select theaters right now, but they're releasing it on video on demand in December. And right before they do that release, we're going to interview the director. But he gave us a link and password to watch it ahead of time. So I watched that, and it was pretty good. It's obviously a lower budget film, but it is very well done. And there's some good acting in it. Not all of it, but there's some good acting in it. But well put together, well directed, well shot, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, for being a low budget film, you said it was pretty good.
Yeah, so if you guys, if Against the Night is playing in your area, check it out. And if not, it'll be on video on demand in December. And look out for our interview with the director, Brian Cavallaro, however.
Yes.
I don't know how Mexican he is. Is he at all? If he's not at all, it's
Cavallaro.
It's Cavallero. But if he is, it's Cavallaro.
Cavallero.
So
I think it's Cavallero.
We'll see.
Who knows?
Rob, we're back to you.
Yes. Well, it's like sticking out. I watched Biodome. Which was awesome.
Yep.
But no, I did watch. It's not a new one, but I watched Hatchet with Kane Hodder. And it's old, but
Hatchet's good.
I hadn't seen it in a long time.
Hatchet's great.
Hatchet has some of the best practical effects, and it has some of the cheesiest acting from icons like Tony Todd and Robert Englund.
Mm-hmm.
It just I was watching it for kind of like pseudo inspiration for what we've been working on, and because it's just like a diehard, awesome, crazy,
campy
slasher.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the effects in that is so cool.
We love
over the top effects. I love it.
We love you too, Jason Kindler.
Jason Kindler.
You can't speak for all of us. I don't know.
Oh,
Jason
sorry.
that well.
Ty just told me that
if you love us, we love you.
Ty just made me aware that Ty West did direct one of the segments in VHS.
So I'm
not sure which one, but yeah.
Yeah, I liked all the segments. I think my favorite segment was when the guys took what was the first one, the hotel room with the girl going crazy. That was fucking crazy.
She was hot at first.
Yeah, but she was just her beady eyes, and then she went crazy with.
She was even sort of hot when she was ugly. When
she was like eating their throats and jumping all over the place, going crazy. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Well, I do wanted to plug a couple things. Let me make sure I don't fucking miss any of them before we go. We are going to have a booth at Living Dead Weekend in Evans City the weekend of October 20th. That's near Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania. So if you guys are on the East Coast around that area, check out Living Dead Weekend. Actually, I do have a list of, they have a Night of the Living Dead cast reunion, a Day of the Dead cast reunion. They're going to have a 4K restored version of Night of the Living Dead, a premiere screening, Pittsburgh premiere screening on Friday night, Day of the Dead and Night Riders double feature screening Saturday night, movie location tours from Night of the Living Dead and the Crazies.
Awesome. And
plenty of vendors, Living Dead Museum, zombie themed costume contest. So definitely check it out if you can. We're going to have a booth there. It'll be there. He's our blogger. He'll be there handing out free stickers. He'll probably have some T-shirts for sale too. So yeah, come say hi to Ty and take a picture.
Hi, Ty.
Take a picture while holding a sticker, and we'll post it on the Facebook page or in the group or both.
And be on the lookout for
UTTOTPHJ. Under the table, over the pants.
We're gonna make
Under the
those
table,
shirts.
over
We're gonna
the
make some
under the table, over the pants hand jobs.
Yes.
Rob Zombie sucks shirts.
We will not be making those. No.
I will be making those. I will post a link where they're available. I think we need to do a Stanley Kubrick as Rob's father.
Yes. We could do that one. We will do that one.
Also,
Stacy, if you want to buy a shirt, please go to cultclassichorror.com and you
No,
will
don't.
see a link at the top for shop.
Yes,
yeah,
that's correct.
Actually, you'll see a link at the top that says horror store, or you can simply go to store.cultclassichorror.com, where we have a lot of T-shirts that you can check out. And we're about to launch the show logo T-shirt that has all three of our zombified faces on it,
which looks so sexy.
So that'll be up in the store in the next week or two here, probably. So yeah, that's if you guys want a CCH T-shirt or any of the shirts that we have. They're not all CCH. Some have to do with movies. We're going to start releasing some T-shirts that have to do with shit we talk about on the podcast, like Prankster Pinhead, Pouch Boy Donald Pleasance,
Tom Atkins,
Sound Guy Bill Thornbury, you name it. We're going to make a shirt for it, and it'll be available at store.cultclassichorror.com. Also, Ty's got an article coming out about 100 Acres Manor, which is an awesome haunted house in the Pittsburgh area that they rolled out the red carpet for him because he was representing CCH. Rob, what do you got over there? Oh, CCH shirt. Got it.
Nice. Show the merch.
We also have upcoming interviews with Tuesday Night from Nightmare on Elm Street. She's, in one of the Nightmare on Elm Streets. And Jim Crutch, who is a helicopter zombie from Dawn of the Dead, I'm assuming he's the one who gets his head chopped in half.
Yeah.
Ty is setting up these interviews. That would be awesome.
What's all? Oh, yeah, there's the other interview that I had set up with.
And we will be interviewing a director of another indie feature
called the documentary.
Yeah, the documentary is on Amazon Prime right now, for free on Amazon Prime. Horror movie called The Documentary,
and we'll be interviewing the director
for that.
Walter.
And all of these interviews you can find will go into our Patreon at patreon.com/cultclassichorror. We will release them at first for free, but then they will be archived in our $5 level membership. So if you always want access to these interviews and our past interviews, make sure that you sign up at the $5 level. You'll also get stickers and shout out, and we'll love you very much. Cool, guys. I think that's all the announcements.
Yeah.
Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Danny Bonin.
And follow me at Twitter and Instagram, Scotty Bonin, with a Y.
Follow the Rob at the Rob O'Neill 1986. Did I get it right, Rob?
Yep, that's the one.
Sweet.
Hell
And
yeah.
follow us on Twitter at CC Horror, Facebook.com/Cult Classic Horror, on Instagram at Cult Classic Horror as well. But yeah, thanks for joining us live, you guys,
Yeah,
on
guys,
Facebook.
this was fun.
And I hope we can somehow get this audio onto the podcast.
Yeah.
Because we lost it in my computer. So
Yep.
Where there's a will.
So we'll thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll be doing this more often, going live. Just keep a lookout for the notifications. We'll check you guys next week.
Later, guys.
Later.
Don't you blame the movies. Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
Oh, yes. There will be blood.